the dank world ended with me. Now, I know people on my channel, everybody around the world has a big suspicion about what happened in Alpha and Omega, about how I used Alma, and how the series turned out. And I'm pretty sure that I know what cringe is down pack. A feeling of just this, and that started in 2010. It's ignoring organic principle. Literally, what cringe means is the most things that you're gonna get in the world is a meme. That means the most things you're gonna think about once. So it ended in exactly 2009, which was my freshman year, and the dank world happened after I did a move of my hands that was a part of the most current movement and pulling the finest girl of all time. If you consider it that way, Lily, I had 1,000 girlfriends before her. Lily, I thought she died, thought she was married. Hey, people are ghetto. The matter is, if you're mad, Lily, I trained in your world, and this and that. That's how I learned how to work out. That's how I learned how to do this and that. And they even made an argument that Lily, I was in love to get Jesse Lily back then, but we wouldn't let you. There was this fake car career account in Bleach, right, which was my favorite, arc. And my biggest argument to NASA, Lily, if it's such a good Bleach arc, this guy's fooling everybody. It's an anime, you know how anime is weird, how it does shit in 3 like Neji vs. Kiramaru. These niggas Lily imitated White Rose, Lily, and one of them, Lily was fooling everybody like Frieza. I couldn't watch it high. I couldn't have Carmina, Lily in the whole world, and I couldn't watch the fake car Town High, which was my biggest argument to NASA. Specifically at the right then and there before a regular show. That's why I did at Alpha and Omega, literally, when the old world is back. I explained the story about Alma through and through. Freshman year, not her. I'm like, okay, so this is what happened, Lily and Dank World. This is how good I was. Next reality, once you get to a competition where, people aren't, gorillaing, people aren't stopping, fighting for the same tools from happening. What I did, this is the move I did. Before back in this life, if it wasn't for definitely. Alpha and Omega is hard. Everybody knew Omar. I got Alpha and Omega. I got literally a demon voice saying, "You tried to test me that world, Omar." That's what happened was we both had a freshman year, and I made a bet, and I ended up, better over time. Due to the fact that he had no muscle mass. Made a point that Lily doesn't matter if I have muscle mass. You didn't play sports just like you. You try too hard to fit in. That's why I got 1,000. We were building something at oxymoron over time, so I just gave up on it. I don't like talking about that shit. So what I did was I'm a Kulioko fanatic. So sissy to represent my freshman year. This freshman year mean in single mother family when it comes to domestic violence, that means lately you get played off a competition, like literally you make the best move at the right time, but they tell you to stop, literally gain some more materials, actually translate something like a situation. Instead of doing the right thing at the right time, they refer to a little kid. That screams same tools. The reason why this is fresh, the reason why this is very important for the video is because you don't understand, literally, that was the last year of actually socializing in the game. What this built in the game, literally, when you listen to Drake and you're trying to play off money, I even said that before. What makes the world organic is music like Lil Wayne, like going into detail, literally, OC gave me head, our parking lot, Now let's be real. The biggest reason why I'm making this video for the Sega Bluebird, that is Auntie Lisa. This came from lately Bluebird, the third opening from Naruto Shippuden. My love for Sega, Auntie Lisa as Saint Mona Lisa. And let me tell you, it's a revelation. She is just not a regular character. That's what people hate about this political statement in domestic violence is I had to change in order to get Auntie Lisa's respect. To learn martial arts, I had to learn concept. Her daughter told me to wear teal. And what they really hate and what they can't, stand is that I see bring standard in table, but what if I told you see bring standard after struggle? See, it's no time for things to are paid, but before I go literally to our DNA and why they're so similar, let me tell you the formula of how to be popular in high school lately, or in that chat, or a chat where you can show your profile picture, example do, studio, etc. So how I like to listen to all these Bleach openings like After Dark, lately, Alones, lately, even the 7th Naruto opening, lately. How those are all miscellaneous things. In order to be, cool, in order, to fit in society, you ought to be mysterious. And like Omar, he only had the 3rd opening on his phone. He didn't have any other anime opening. I was just like, every fairy tale opening, lately, I was wondering why I wasn't popular. And that comes from a game, and that's the element of surprise, lately. Someone told him to just pick that one song and then leave it alone. And the reason why I'm saying this is, Nerds became a big revelation in time. Now I do know everything including the Jay and Georgia about this video, which is Omar's generation. What does that tell you? It's a disrespectful generation that literally has baggy jeans, asses that can fuck their parents, all while pretending to be in society. At the time of COVID, since I did blow up on the internet, what I'm saying, that I know exactly how it feels to be that generation with smartphones. Generation can't be on my brothers literally when it comes to swagger, mine when it comes to intuition, but it can in terms of smart alecky. Meaning the reason why they're disrespectful is because they have things that mean date, like smartphones, memes, things that they bring to the table, but nothing organic to back it up. But guess what? I learned that it's this current time, and that's closer to the 70s than you think. Because the reason why it's closer to the 70s is because literally, history repeats itself. Literally, history is known to backtrack. So what the J of Georgia, Omar generation did, and made me compatible because I was in control of that generation because they're in that. Because the CeeLo generation literally is right after literally the colony got taken down. We reached heaven and they reached hell. Because the way that they're thinking is our gang, and what that generation revolves around is cringe. Since I brought Dank to the table with music on the radio, is they slowly got to catch on how cringe and Dank go hand in hand. Why am I saying this? Because the legendary movie that was her biggest anticipation baseline has a lot to do literally with generations and how they're shifting. Let me explain. I was in the Joy Boy community, the anime community, where they used to, go into depth about characters like Yoruge, literally the mix, literally the unstoppable, predictions of One Piece. That's less than Dragon Ball Z, and what ended up happening was literally Game of Speech that was 100% factual. That is alongside MGTOW. If you don't know, MGTOW's for weak men who don't have strong fathers. Have the will to keep going. Saying, oh, my wife took me to the cleanse, oh, this and that, Lily, she got custody of the kids. When 9 times out of 10, they're not on their game, Lily, they're in denial. Like Karama, Lily, I knew that nigga was in denial. Lily, my plan with 40, Lily, I was so focused on. Before I'm all like, man, all those problems come because you still looking for pussy, Lily. You had their business like me and let come to you, they be all over you, Lily, and then they look bad. But the George Boy, community have to do literally with this internet since the weak men, literally, weak nerds growing up, literally, no intellectual nerds, like, Zoro versus Kaku, none of that, literally. What this is a nerd based on just like, newspapers, and what she did for her generation, because she was the hologram projection, literally, in my story of Dawn with Tobiah Murioto, this is based off the rap album, creating somebody off the establishment, the other person literally having a fair statement. What this became the age of the Jedi. It's not to date with pop things like Anarchy, nods of Juggalo, but really is on the gorilla side. So what that did was that let people know that the nerds of my generation, if they knew about baseline, literally, because what was happening was the One Piece nerds went hand in hand with my mom because they were reading it, I made speech that this, generation of nerds is gonna be infused with street smarts. Like, if you didn't know, literally, I had a plan, literally with the older brand community, that literally gangsters are gonna keep on doing their business. Literally, that will disturb inside households. On the way to the point where literally, if they're watching my non-fight scenes online, the bird would be able to say this, you know how hard it is to lift that sword, you know how this and that, literally, they're calculating each other's movements. That went hand in hand with Cat, a character that's based off, Timothy Delgado. Being Hooray, literally a crippled character that wears crutches. Have the Auntie say Hooray is the expression. So in other words, literally, if they ever want to make their scheme again, literally, if they ever want to be in their little Darth Vader body, manipulating again, literally, it will be the age of the Jedi. And guess what happened, literally, in COVID? That means it will go hand in hand with an anarchy society. What I'm saying is, he was there, literally, when society was about to come up. And so what I did was I planned this, literally, Alpha Omega. If you're following along, know about Hypersin and you know about Bayside, they do for their community, literally, and Black ever want to make a scheme again, and then Arrow will become the new general consul, and they didn't want to adapt to society. I had, a friend named Zane, I really must feel like gone. Same business video, literally, in order for them to do that, then they have to ignore, literally, what exists online. Go back to that gang stalking mentality. Pretend that they weren't in a rap league a lot and they didn't influence somebody famous.